In the world of professional golf, there exists an elite club. A club filled with legends, household names, and rising stars. A club where membership is earned yearly with time, sweat, and dedication. This week, 50 players will gain entry into this exclusive fellowship. The top 25 from the regular season have already secured their spots, and another 25 spots are up for grabs here this week. Some dreams will be realized. Others will have to wait another day. Who will be next to join the likes of Jason Duffner, Grant Snedeker, and Keegan Bradley as the next great Web.com Tour graduate? EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present opening round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. This is the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. Pressure-packed environment. 50 PGA Tour cards are up for grabs. Frank, this is a great day for golf, and the conditions here at Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, look to be really good.
Rich, scoring conditions are absolutely optimal today. Expect to see a lot of low numbers.
We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number one. Getting ready to get the tournament started. Frank, first tee jitters?
Oh, everybody gets them. That's the beauty of it. If you don't, you shouldn't be playing this game. Just try and think nice and slow.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, the approach shot here at the par 4 first. What's the right way to attack?
The much easier flag is down that right side because you can run that ball with the slope to that low side. Tough flag on the left.
Well, that is a ball striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. And getting ready for the putt.
A little bit more hope than determination in that putt.
Just a couple of feet. Even par early on. Nice scoring opportunity here. 532-yard par 5 second hole, Frank. Considered one of the easier holes on the golf course. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you can just cut this in half. 532 yards divided by 2. Really, it's 2 tee shots over 260 yards. For these guys, nothing more than a 3 or a 4 wood. And that's why all you need off the tee is just a 3 wood with a little draw.
You disappointed if you don't make 4 here?
Not disappointed, but obviously you lose at least half a shot on the field.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Oh, look out. This could be wet. So, dropped a shot after ending up with the water on that recent miscue. So the previous shot into the drink. This now the 4th shot. Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. Chance to get it close here. Frank, the players out here today really have the opportunity of a lifetime chance to earn a PGA Tour card at the end of this tournament.
And that life-changing opportunity is certainly going to be on the line. All of these great golfers have put in the time to get where they are right now, and they're just one step away. That's right, one step away, maybe this week, of earning a tour card.
Can't make them all. That one gets away.
Even par currently.
So, 2 over par for the round. Frank, break down the par 3 third for us.
The big ridge in the middle of this green, really you have a front section and a back section. That front bunker, the one that you first see off the tee, that really doesn't come into play. But there's a sneaky one behind the flag and down the left side. Really good par 3.
Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Has this one for par. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Not his best effort right there. That's a bogey, and now 3 over. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the 4th. Frank, what have you seen in the early going from our featured golfer?
A little bit of a struggle, surprisingly, really. Rich, just a little messy. This wasn't to be expected. Time to sort of tighten all the screws there, have a rethink, and try and put some red numbers on the board. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. And he's made it onto the green now. Settles in over the putt. Oh, you can see the frustration. Almost kicked his putter head right there with a drop shot here at the 4th. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Now to the 5th. This long par 4 thought to be one of the most difficult holes on the front side here at the TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, if you've got plenty of length in the bag, you can almost take it directly over the bunker on the right. But if you're not as long, you have to air down that left side.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. But that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Frank, what do you think of the 6th? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green.
Good swing, good shot yet again. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
So he didn't hit the green in regulation, but he still has a reasonably good chance to save his par, about 10 feet away. So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Drops not one, but 2 shots with that double bogey. 7th hole here at Sawgrass. Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
Nothing to argue about there. Right in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Solid play, heart of the green. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This golf course has been demanding today, and the scores reflect that. 7 over par. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, I think this is one of the most fascinating holes on the golf course. The 583-yard par 5 9th hole.
With technology now, a lot more players can reach this par 5 and 2. Gone are the days where it was a true 3-shotter, but I remember when Sergio Garcia hit that 3-wood from, what was it, 270, 280 yards? Still one of the best shots I've ever seen.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
That is a solid par putt. Played very poorly on the front, but still a chance to get it back here on the back 9.
Yeah, this is where you just simply have to eradicate what's being. You know, golf is that game of keep doing what's in front of you. Keep moving, one step at a time.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Second shot now at the 10th, and again, Frank, accuracy is at a premium.
Yeah, gone are the days to sort of thrash it out of the trees like Phil Mickelson. Ideally, coming out of that fairway, you're hitting to a green that moves to the right. So that makes it a little bit more difficult than what the mind's eye first sees.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Safely on the dance floor.
This golf course playing tough today. They're at 7 over. Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all. Oh, if this is up, it's good. Second shot.
All right, Frank, the 11th is a reachable. What's the right strategy?
Well, it feels like that green should be about another 30 or 40 yards to the right, Rich. Makes the player aim left. It's such a narrow green, but it's worth the risk.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Chance to get it close here. Web.com Tour Championship, fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals, and this is a chance to pinpoint some of the stars of tomorrow. Guys like Tony Finau, and then there's Adam Hadwin from Canada, and there are a few others, Frank, that I know you're really impressed with.
Well, this is really where the talent's coming from, Rich. Over 400 wins on the PGA Tour have come from people that have graduated from the Web.com series, and really what we're seeing now is people from all sorts of different countries as well. And what I'm surprised about is the youth of these players. A lot of these players aren't even 21 years of age. They could still be in college, but they're so close to they're on the precipice of joining golf's greatest stage.
And I know you're talking about a player like Justin Thomas, who comes out of Alabama, or maybe Carlos Ortiz of Mexico. These guys can really go. Frank, the beauty of golf, you never know when you're going to find that spark and begin to turn it around.
Yeah, well, that's why you can't just quit in the middle of a round. You've got to believe that something good is just around the corner, and this just might be it.
Fourteenth hole, 481-yard, par 4, ranking second in difficulty, Frank.
Yeah, this one always gets overlooked, Rich. You've only got to flick the drive a little left, and all of a sudden your round just gets completely wrecked. Ask Vijay Singh. It cost him a Players' Championship. Many a player there has dealt with that left side. You will pay the price.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. All right, hanging in. That's a par and 4 over. If If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees, big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, you just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
The second shot. Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look and getting ready for the putt. Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Hoping to drop only one shot, this for bogey. This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. Frank, you're one behind. Sunday afternoon, you're trying to win one of the game's great championships. Is this a spot that you love as a competitor, the 16th hole of par 5, for the chance to make a lot of noise?
It's a spot you cannot hide from, Rich, because you know exactly there. If you haven't looked at a scoreboard, you can feel it from the atmosphere.
Second, from an excellent lie.
Hazard.
Maybe wet. Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Setting up for an approach shot here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Rich, this is the player that I'm really curious to see how they do long term. Tons of power. There's talent. You can see that. Anybody can pick that up. And the touch, too, and the skill required. It's not just about long hitting. This player seems to have all the goods. And I know we talk about it on a regular basis, but I think this particular talent is special.
Has a great resume, too. We've known about this player since they were in the junior ranks. #1 ranked junior player in the world. Went on to have a phenomenal collegiate career. Played well on the amateur level. So at every step, Frank has been successful, has been a winner. On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Those are painful from that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And, of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard.
Now his final approach shot of the day just wants to go out in style.
One more good swing. Should be safely on deck.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Clean this up with a tap.
been a rocky round.
Well, that'll do it for day number 1, and a tough start for some of those who were hoping for better things.
Yeah, slow start, surprisingly, really, and hard to put your finger on why, because we saw a lot of good golf, but now, outside looking in, we'll need to play well tomorrow.